Hi guys, 5 points drop in 2 games at Old Trafford this season. Manchester United won, Everton won. United have dropped points again, and our Old Trafford form is not the best. We all thought coming into this season we were going to improve upon that, but that hasn't happened. We went into this game and we couldn't win. So this brings loads of question marks. Is the title challenge over? Is patience running out with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? What sort of lineup was that to begin with? These are all topics that are lined up for discussion. And this is your man again, Hamza Suleiman, on the Stratford Africa channel. So please get into the comment section as usual. Let me know your thoughts on the game, your initial thoughts on the lineup and how the game panned out. So let's get into it and break down and digest the performance and that game into detail as we usually do on here. So please buckle up and let's go. So I think the lineup was a weird one, and you all will agree with me that we all didn't expect such a lineup, and the manager is at liberty to choose whichever player he thinks is ready, and he did that today. Whether that worked or not, that's another conversation altogether. But personally, I think I kind of understood where he was coming from and his line of thinking, because in his press conference he complained a lot about the schedule of the fixture and how we played on Wednesday, and then we have to play on Saturday morning, which didn't make any sense to him. So with that hindsight, I think he was trying to freshen up the squad and also use the squad better. Last season we all were complaining that he kept playing his best 11 week in week out, which wasn't good enough, and this season he's trying to freshen it up, to use the squad better. So I think that was the line of thinking with that lineup, and then whether it worked or not, we get into that in a bit. So we went into that game, and I think in the first half we sort of started well with good dominance, good passage of plays, and created some decent opportunities which we couldn't take. So that is where I think the backfiring of the lineup comes in, because the Martial header, for example, he should have scored it. So questions are being asked, so if that was Ronaldo, wouldn't that have ended up at the back of the net? You understand? And stuff like that. So I think him benching Ronaldo, he took a very serious risk there, and the risk didn't work out, even though Martial scored and he had a good game. But that header and a couple of chances in the first half, I think if Ronaldo was there, it would have been a different story altogether. Greenwood also equally put in a very nice ball across the face of goal, and nobody tried to attack that. If Ronaldo is there with that amount of anticipation that he has, I think he attacks that ball and scores a tap in. You understand? Yes. So I think in that area the lineup didn't work, but I understand the thinking behind the freshening up and the changing of the team. So I think in the first half, as I said earlier, we started well. We created some decent chances. Martial should have scored from the header. Cavani's header, the cross from Fred to him, was also equally brilliant. And then also then we went on and we started to get sloppy after the 30th minute. So from minute 30 onwards, I don't know whether that was tiredness or what, but the misplacement of passes started showing its head here and there. And then also I think with the amount of chances we created in the first half, we should have gone into halftime with 2 or 3 goals up, and that would have put the game to bed then. That didn't happen, and we came back in the second half, even though we looked in control of the game, but we equally looked like we could concede a goal any moment from there. You understand? Yes, our defensive transitioning, even though it was a bit better today, but we still conceded chances. We still left ourselves exposed to loads and loads of counter attacks, which Everton managed to score from one of them. You understand? So the defensive transition of this team is still a huge problem. The coaches doesn't seem to be doing anything about it. If they are doing at all, it doesn't seem to be working. What they are doing doesn't appear to be working. You understand? So I think the coaches have a very huge task at their disposal, and Solskjaer, the pressure is building up. The pressure is really building up, and he has to sort things out as early as he can, because with the sort of crazy run of fixtures we have after this international break, I'll be very surprised if Solskjaer survives that run. If he survives that run and you are only out, then I just urge you to give up. If that guy survives that run, there's no way he's getting sacked at this football club, unless he himself tenders in a resignation. If he survives that run of matches we have after the international break, and he still stays here as our manager, then I'm sorry, everybody who is only out has to give up and find something else to think about or to wish for, because that run of games is crazy, and considering the way how we are playing, it will be very difficult for us to come out from that run with a positive badge of results. And if that happens, then I think he would have changed a lot. And if he hasn't changed and the results haven't improved and the board has decided to still stick with him, then either way he's not going anywhere. You understand? But that being said, I think the pressure is building up, and he himself knows that, and he appreciates that the results and the performances of late hasn't been good enough. And the title challenge that we were all hoping we were going to get this season, last week we threw that away and other teams did us a favor. This week again we didn't help ourselves and we dropped points. 5 points dropped out of 6 at home. This can be happening. You understand? With the amount of talent we've got, we can be doing this. Even Arsenal is coming. We are just 4 points behind them. They win today against Brighton and they're only 2 points behind us. Meanwhile, they started the season as the laughing stock of this year. Everybody was making jokes about them left, right, center. But some way, somehow, they have managed to put some momentum together. You can see what they are about now. As they've gotten a couple of first team players back, their play has improved. They've gotten some resources together, and our case is still like that. We are still wide open. We still can't control games. We still give away chances, and we can't keep a clean sheet. You understand? So the Everton game was an embarrassment. The Everton goal was an embarrassment. What the hell was Fred doing like that? How didn't he win that ball back? I still can't understand. A very good central defensive midfielder wins that ball back, or even commits a tactical foul there. Somebody like a Fernandinho or a Fabinho commits a foul right away. And I think our players too are very impatient when they lose the ball. Instead of us to fall back into shape, everybody's running towards the ball. We are all drawn into the ball and we leave loads and loads of spaces behind us. Look at that Doucouré. It has to take only one good control from Doucouré to take Lindelof, Luke Shaw and McTominay all out of that phase of play. And then Andros Townsend has loads of space ahead of him. Then he just fed the ball into him and then bang, they've equalized. And I think Everton too will be going out of this game beating themselves up. They should have nicked the win at the end of it. Davis should have never passed that ball to Mina. I don't know what he was thinking when he was passing that ball. You are true on goal. You have both sides of the goal to your view. You can just shoot and score, and then you decide to pass it to someone who is offside. So I think they have themselves to be blamed in that situation, and the Davis guy didn't help them. So I think our performances still are not good enough. But today the team shape was a bit improved. I saw some improvement. Like even possession wise, when we were on the ball, we were not taking foolish shots every here and there like we did against Villa. And when we lost the ball too, we fall into shape a lot. Just that we still are not doing it well enough. You understand? And pressure is building, and our run of games is a crazy one. So let me know your thoughts about the game in the comment section. And I think Bruno Fernandes played well, and he's my man of the match. And Wan-Bissaka too in the first half looked brilliant. The link up between him and Mason on the right hand side was good. And I think when Sancho came on too, he was electric, and he had a few bright moments in the game. So he's still adapting and bedding in, and let's give him all the time that he needs to do that. But time is not on the coaching staff side, and time is not on Ole's side. The earlier he gets results, better results or better performances in, the better, because we can't keep on going on this tangent. So that being said, I think that is my reaction to the game, and what I think and saw about all the performance there. So please let me know your thoughts too in the comment section, and please stay safe out there until you meet again next time to talk about Manchester United and matters arising. Have a nice time to you all, and thank you for your support. Bye bye.